Baby boomers. As the baby boomers were being born, the United States had just saved the world from an axis of evil. We were the only nation on earth whose economy and population hadn't been decimated. We were the superpower. We were in debt, but that debt was owned by American citizens who had purchased any number of U.S. war bonds. And U.S. stocks and bonds of U.S. companies were owned by Americans. You know, the Western Europe, who had been heavily invested in the United States, large equities in companies, in exchange for money, materials, and manpower during the war, had given those equities back. So we owned our own companies, and we're in very little international debt. The real challenges the baby boomers saw was that building infrastructure, housing, hospitals fast enough, it was a big challenge. So let's compare and contrast that nation that they inherited to the nation that's being inherited by today's younger generation, the entitlement generation. The entitlement generation, a generation that's characterized by being unaware and ungrateful of the sacrifices of previous generations and disinterested in those sacrifices. Poor work ethic, but yet they're entitled to the same lifestyle at 19, 20, 21 that their parents and grandparents have earned. The nation that the entitlement generation is inheriting is in a looming energy crisis, which, as you know, I believe, is the cause for an immediate economic crisis, and whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, you have to agree, political disaster. So the entitlement generation is inheriting a completely different nation than that of the baby boomers. And it's a little unnerving for me to hear some baby boomers, again, characterize this younger generation as the entitlement generation, and in the same breath tell their politicians, you'd better not touch my entitlements. Now, to me, that just says that these baby boomers are unaware and disinterested of the challenges that the younger generation is going to face. But to these baby boomers, I say, and I speak for the entitlement generation when I say this, we accept. We accept the challenges. And we will succeed. Like the generation before you, we will go to war with an axis of evil, foreign oil, and we will win. Now, to the entitlement generation, I'd like to say and ask a question: who is the bigger fool, the first lemming or the last lemming? And my answer to that question is, it doesn't matter. They're all fools. So don't be a lemming, entitlement generation. It's your time. It is your chance to help shift the momentum. Because right now, we are running full speed ahead to an economic collapse. Let's shift the momentum, and let's do it today.